I have no doubt that I am not the only one having issues with getting mail and packages to my house right now. Honestly, given the world's current state, it is somewhat astonishing that anybody is getting any mail at all. So, I was not remotely surprised when I found myself calling yet another customer service number to report a missing package. I dialed the 1-800 number, stomach coiled with the tension of a coming battle. 3 rings later, the computer woman picked up. A cheerful "thank you for calling, blah blah blah," and "your call may be recorded to ensure" warning. I dropped my head against the back of the chair, impatient. For help with an order, press 1. To report a missing package, press 6. Please stay on the line while you are connected with a customer care representative. Wait times are expected to be under 10 minutes. I groaned and dropped the phone in my lap after hitting speakerphone and proceeded to depress myself with browsing news headlines on my computer. For several minutes, I absently rocked my head back and forth to the terrible, tinny music coming through my phone. I jumped as a loud crunch of static cut through the music. Stared down at my phone in confusion just as the upbeat music returned. Good grief, I muttered, and went back to the news. Jesus! I shouted, jumping again at the nearly deafening crash of static emanating from my phone. The static quieted, and for a second, everything was silent. The music returned, sort of. It was like a music box with someone holding the winding key back, sluggish and wrong. It continued for a few moments before it began to distort, all of the notes sounding flat, almost like they were beginning to melt. Slight bits of static began layering over the music, disconcertingly. Like a complete moron, I just stared at my phone, dumbfounded. An exasperated sigh came through the phone, just as the sound suddenly stopped. Hello, this is... Thank you for the call... care service. At this point, I fumbled to turn off the speakerphone and returned it to my ear, hoping to improve the call quality. Yes, I would like to report a missing package, I said uncertainly, hoping he could hear me. Oh, sorry to hear that. Through the static came a young man's voice, who did not sound sorry to hear it at all. Can you give me your name so I pull up the order? I did so, spelling it out afterwards. Thank you. Please give me just a minute while I look. Stay on the line. With another deep sigh, the horrible din of distorted music and static returned. Wincing, I held the phone several inches from my ear. I leaned my head back again and let an achingly long minute of this pass before the voice came back in a crinkling of particularly loud static. Thank you for holding. Another long sigh. Having a bit of problem finding you in our system. Can you confirm your address for me? I gave him my address, being as clear as I could. Thank you. That should help. Stay on the... The horrendous noise returned before he was even done talking, and I yanked the phone from my ear as fast as I could, gritting my teeth in irritation. The wait was mercifully shorter this time. The man's voice returned in a flurry of static, as he slowly said, Found you. Feeling thoroughly creeped out at this point, I chuckled awkwardly and responded with a half-hearted, Yay. So, options are or a refund. Was I losing my mind? Or could I faintly hear the horrid, distorted music under his voice? I'll just take a refund, thanks. Excellent choice. I froze in sudden icy terror. That voice had not in fact come through the phone at all. It had come from outside my front door, not 10 feet from where I sat. I was paralyzed, picturing the large window on the door that gave anyone outside an unfortunately good view into my living room, with me in it, sitting with my back to the door. All the hairs on my body stood up as I tried to force myself to turn and look at the door. I nearly jumped out of my skin before realizing that, in my fear, I had dropped my phone to the floor. The spell of horror now broken, I whipped around to stare at my front door. No one was standing in the window. Cautiously, I made my way across the door and peered out into the fading light. There was not a soul in sight. With much trepidation, and cursing myself as a damn fool, I unbolted the door and stepped out, looking around. As my foot hit the welcome mat, I felt something else there. Something... paper. An envelope lay on the welcome mat, perfectly centered, with my name written in flowing cursive facing me. Shocked, I picked it up and opened it. Dearest customer, we are sorry that you have had cause to call our customer care team due to this tragically misplaced package. Upper management has been made aware of the situation, and you can rest assured this will not go unpunished. As you have wisely requested, a refund will be sent to this address in 3 to 5 business days. If you have any further issues, do not hesitate to contact us again. Thank you. When I shakily made my way back inside, double locking the door, I found my phone halfway under the chair. The call had apparently been ended. In fact, according to my phone, the call never took place, as it is not on my call history. I have spent the last 4 days locked in my house, jumping at every loud noise and expecting imminent doom. A couple of times, I swear, I have seen people standing on the street, staring at my house, only to have them continue on when they notice me. But now, this one won't go away. I've been checking regularly for the last couple of hours in mounting horror. He is standing directly in front of the door right now, watching me, unblinking, holding a large, blood-covered package. I think I'm getting my refund.
Hello listeners, if you enjoyed this story, please check out the author in the description. For more content, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more sinister readings.